dear students, welcome to MKG Online Study, an e-learning platform. In this video, we are going to learn about input, output and interrupt. A computer can serve no useful purpose unless it communicates with the external environment. Instructions and data stored in memory must come from some input device. Computational results must be transmitted to the user through some output device. Commercial computers include many types of input and output devices. So, the basic requirements for input and output communication will be discussed in input, output and interrupt. So, instructions and data are stored in memory must come from some input devices. So let us see that this is the input output configuration. In this you can see input output terminal and serial communication interface, computer registers and flip-flops. So basically it consists of keyboard, transmitter interface, INPR, that is input register, accumulator AC, output register, receiver interface, printer, and FGI and FGO. These are two. FGI is input flag and FGO is output flag. So these are two flags. So initially the terminal sends the data and receives the data from printer in serial form. So each quantity of information should have 8 bits of alphanumeric code. The serial information from keyboard is shifted into the input register through interface, that is transmitter interface, in serial form. And the serial information, the serial information from keyboard is shifted into the input register, and that serial information from printer is stored in the output register. These two registers communicate with a communication interface serially and with the accumulator or AC in parallel form. So as you see in this particular diagram, the transmitter interface receives serial information from keyboard and transmits it into INPR, that is input register. The receiver interface receives information from output registers and send it to the printer serially. Input register consists of 8-bit and holds an alphanumeric input information. The 1-bit input flag FGI is a control flip-flop. The flag bit is set to 1 when information is available in the input device and is clear to 0 when the information is accepted by the computer. So, dear students, do remember that INPR initially is set to 1 when if input device want to send to data. So then initially it will be 0, and when keyboard or any other input device sends the data to INPR, it is set to 1. And when the input from INPR is given to accumulator or computer, then it will be cleared. Means the information is accepted by the computer. So the flag is needed to synchronize the timing rate difference between the input device and the computer. Whereas the flag or the process of output register is different. Initially FGO is set to 1, means it is having no information, and when the information is transferred to FGO, then it is equal to 0, means the flag bit is equal to 0, means it is having some data. When that data is given to output device or to the printer, then again it will be set to 1. So FGO works opposite to FGI. Okay, So this is how this particular input-output configuration works. And the output device accepts the coded information and prints the corresponding character, and when the operation completed, then FGO is set to again 1. Next part is, so this is how we are giving the information from keyboard to INPR, then INPR is set to 1. Then when the information is transmitted to accumulator, then this FGI is set to 0. Then initially it is set to 1. Then when accumulator has given data to output register, then FGO is set to 0. Then output register gives data from receiver interface to printer, then again FGO is set to 1. So this is how this input-output configuration works. Next is list of input-output instruction. Input-output instructions are needed for transferring information to and from AC register, for checking the flag bit, and for controlling the interrupt facility. Input-output instructions have an operation code 1111 and are recognized by the control when D7 equals to 1 and I equals to 1, when T3 equals to 1, or during T3, that is T3 time period. The remaining bits of the instruction specify the particular operation. So you can see D7I, T3 equals to P. So whenever D7 equals to 1, I equals to 1 and on T3 time period, then these P instructions will execute according to BI, that is IR, instruction register. So control function and micro operations you can see in this particular table. Each control function needs a Boolean relation D7IT3, that is equals to P, which designated for convenience. The control function is distinguished by one of its bit in IR by assigning the symbol BI to bit I of IR, or control function can be executed and can be decoded. For example, when I equals to 11, then it will be B11. So it varies from 6 to 11 for this input-output instruction. So sequence counter SC is clear to 0 when P equals to D7I T3, that is equals to 1. So first instruction is INP, that is when I equals to 11. So P B11. So in this, what happening? The INP instruction transfers the input information from INPR into the 8 low order bits of accumulator. You can see that here INPR, then arrow AC07. So from INPR register, 8 bit low order 8 bits are transferred to accumulator, and also it clears FGI, that is input flag, to 0. So this is how PB11 works. The output instruction out PB10, here what happens that the out instruction transfers the 8 least significant bits of AC into the output register OUTR. So from here instructions or data is transferred to this, and FGO is set to 0. The next two instruction as shown in this, skip on input flag and skip off output flag. So when PB9 and PB8, that is SKI and SK0, then skipping is done and program counter is incremented. Next instruction is ION and IOF, that is it will work when interrupt is on or interrupt is off. So basically the last instruction, clear and interrupt enable flip-flop IEN. The purpose of IEN is explained, that is basically it is an interrupt operation. So IEN is equals to 1 when PB7 or or IO on is there, and interrupt is off when there is PV6 and IO off. So this is how this input output instruction works. You can see these instructions and perform the data transfer in this input output configuration. Thank you for listening this video.